Hello, everybody. What's up? My name is Gally.
And I am Knight.
And welcome back to...
The Great Ace Eternity.
So, why was there a old coin seemingly hidden under... Oh, my God.
What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what it is, but I want no part in it. I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat. I could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in the moment of distraction, or someone wanting more iron. You never know. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen.
With Dine.
A rare koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. And if this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip out my ticket to the Great Britain right now.
He's right. It can't be a coincidence.
Is this how you feel when you have to switch with people? Because 3 people in a row were all me.
No, because I feel like all of mine are the same.
They're not, though. Also, I feel like I'm not very good at making them sound different, so it's fine.
I hope you're joking.
A minus ouchie.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. Your Excellency. Are you gonna put that away from... Oh, man.
It's on the floor because I keep hearing it hit the desk.
My drink has been banished to the Shadow Realm.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I know this probably makes more noise, but here. At least it'll patent it. Give you
our kitty coasters.
Yeah. Anyway.
I already said it.
I know.
Yes, Council. A rare Hoya koban.
Hoya? We really got to figure that out one day.
Just happens to be hidden under that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now that I don't actually have.
I was going to say. By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway. Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Are you talking about Ouchie or me, or because you told him to shut up?
You're the little boy. He's just the asker.
He's a fusel.
Fusa! He is just full of hot air. Good to fuel a few things.
I do my best thinking while I float.
Ranking. Anyway.
The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under the steak. The owner. Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. I wonder if you remember what he even sounded like.
An old man and possibly the Crypt Keeper.
Hello, kitties.
I love that show.
Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and the owner of Rasutai, Kiryu Kuratana-san.
Curie, as in Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Benedict Cucumberbatch.
Why is that funny? Just read your line.
Ah, yes. Dipped in cheese.
Parmesan.
The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant looking for Spider-Man.
What?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Oh. Okay. Wait, was that this game?
Yes, it was this game.
Huh.
Because I made the sergeant sound like J. Jonah Jameson!
Oh, right. Sometimes I was thinking it was Outlast. I don't know why. Anyway.
We're still on the first case and Outlast is already done recording.
Actually, this is part 17, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Outlast is done, part 17.
18, if you count the fact we had to split
No,
up.
part 17.
Anyway. Because that is spoilers!
Not really, it's just saying we're going to be done that game. The new game will be coming. Anyway, I remember him saying he was up to something with this Cobain coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. Oh, excuse me. I tried to speak and that came out.
And she floated upwards.
You are thirsty today.
Read your lines, woman.
The gunshots interested me not, as far as I was far too busy on the floor doing the dinosaur.
Too busy with a dinosaur? On the floor? Sorry?
Hunting for treasure! Fossils go for a mint, you know. Unless you're a woman, because the poor fucking seashells she sells by the seashore never got a second cent. Really? Okay. Well, she got a little bit of money, but not enough to get her out of poverty, and that's something. Anyway.
Oh,
I could go into that, but
please don't.
Indeed, the Hoya Cobain, my prize coin. I'm going to shank the bitch who stole it.
And this Hoya Arakoban, do you mean to tell me?
No, please, why would Kurikuta-san's Cobain be sandwiched between the victim's steak and its plate? It makes no sense!
Which is why I'm asking to bring Kurikuta-san back to the witness stand, so we can ask him.
No, it's an interesting fact. I just realized doing those two voices.
A lot of spit?
No, actually. They come from the same placement. One's just like louder and more pushed.
I hope they're not going to get mad up there, that
I don't care.
officer. Bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. Unlike my fucking pizza.
Just throw the pizza at your fucking head at this point.
I can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch. A strong hunch. That if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find the key element to this case. How many times have we said things like that? I wish I counter.
Would have had to start that a long time ago.
I know. Oh wow, everybody's here.
Auntie baby.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Io? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs forced to bear a false witness. And then, when cast from this courtroom myself, I became the ruined man in a trace, a worthless, withered antique.
Trace.
I don't care. I already said it. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop's owner's existence.
Be that as it may, Korokoto-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Razuite memory serves...
That's nice in his butt.
Ow!
That's painful, but I don't think I'm gonna care very shortly. That's it, the very one, the very exact one that it is.
Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar?
Not me, you bastard! The resplendent, splendiferous white treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be!
As I thought. I hope you're going to be okay.
I'm fine. Young man, Enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery.
I'll turn you green and give you a book.
What?
Crypt Keeper.
It's been a long time since I watched it.
Did you know in season 3 he was voiced by Buster Bunny?
That makes sense. People generally voiced everything back there if they voiced anything. Back then, not there. Just a different word. Anyway, where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere.
We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate soaking in the season's meat juices.
Sandwich? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen here by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my Hawaii treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate.
You know what I just realized?
Who would do such a thing and such an inconsiderable thing?
Consciensible thing.
But I just
if
saw the
they're
first
talking
part
about-
of the word and went,
Okay, but it's like, if they're talking about dinner time and shit, it's like they have by far missed the noon deadline to get this case over with.
Yeah, no. That was made clear a while ago.
Just like my feelings, this is the case that never ends.
I used to sing that song to my mother to
It
drive
comes
her crazy.
back in the second game.
At least that one's shorter. Anyway. Are you preparing for me to speak?
Yeah.
Sad when the ouchie comes on and this Scully leans away.
Well, not as funny as when, like, I'm looking over at you very, like, subtly, and I just see your position going from, like, slouch to upright to, like, knee. Excuse me. Could I say something?
You already did.
Yeah, of course. You're the sexiest man in the room.
Excuse me from the judge, I'm sure.
Proceed, Inspector. I mentioned this earlier on the trial, but...
Sorry, I was watching the head go back and forth.
Yeah, I know. I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case.
Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
La Carnavale is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed.
Huh?
I just pictured him bowing and hitting his head in the plate. Because he bows. We wanted to nip the case in the... Yeah, in the bud, sure. Quickly.
That is a saying.
No, it's butt.
No, it's nip the case in the bud, because you nip off the bud of a flower.
No, it's butt with a T.
No, not originally, at least.
Especially with so many furrowers being affected. Furrowers? So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. Well, he's standing right next to you. It seems likely that this Coban incident is the work of the same thief. So we got a murderer on one side and the thief on the other.
And a comment on the farthest.
Really?
Yeah, because he literally goes there to make to find people who would buy things at a higher price than average.
Oh.
So unbeknownst to us, there is a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems.
I don't
Sorry.
know about the master thief part, but... the identity of the person who stole and hid Korotaka's Koban is all too clear.
What?
One sec. How do I make him louder than...
Ouchie. Without hurting.
What?
That'll do.
Yeah.
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Also, how did we go from murder to theft to... Who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korokoto's and hid it under the stake? It was Spider-Man! Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Isa Nosa. How dare you, you monster! Monster? I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Ido! Ido, man! He's the mastermind. You're accusing your baby, okay? This is as bad as that Proud Family episode where it turns out the baby stole Fancy Watch.
Yeah, but it's shiny.
They did, actually, though.
I know. I
Um,
used to watch that show too.
you would push the blame of your crimes onto your own son? An innocent little baby. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
What was the name of those kids again? BB? Yeah.
BB and Cece.
BB was the boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out, because you know how they're, like, there's a new version of it, right?
Yeah, like 3 years later or something.
Yeah, he's autistic.
Oh,
Anyway.
representation. I mean, he works for Ganondorf.
Wait.
He's got the snot bubble.
Oh.
Ow! Oh!
Right, I'm horsey.
I don't think... Oh!
Oh, that sounded bad. Sounds like my back.
Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Isa Nosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir!
His mustache. He's Waluigi.
Was I supposed to read it like Waluigi?
I don't know, but his mustache.
It's still like that. Oh. You know it's bad when they end the sound effects. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant? The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go there and do some reconnaissance for a target. I got my freak on for recon. And I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable.
Day was the old man and his Kuban.
Yes, he was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
Leave with the sister was shot. I knew that if the police could shit, I'd know too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the stake, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. I don't know who's saying it.
I'm going to probably say, this is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd pattering in your own time.
Well, Miss Bitch.
Of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all.
No, we need the actual steak.
Boom. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency?
No.
Yeah, next time.
I hate this trial.
It will end sometime or another.
If we're still here by the time the next game is done, I'm yeeting you out of this room.
We won't be on this case anymore. We'll still be on the game, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a long game.
This has been Gally.
This has been night.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye, everybody.